Pete's Candy Store on August 19th. Thank you so much for listening.
Fantastic. Give it up for Gio. Probably the most interesting, that was probably the best ACD cover I've ever heard. Really amazing stuff. I love ACDC, one of my favorite bands, and that was classic, brother. Give it up for Gio, all caps. Check him out August 19th. Pete's Candy Store. Pete's Candy Store solo set. You're not going to want to miss that. All right, Sam Leibovitz, are you here? Guess not. All right, we got Rob Banks on deck. Adiel K coming up after that. Philip Tripp. Jason King. Keen to Brewery, John Blaylock, ladies and gentlemen, and Peter Gurl. Let's give it up for Mike Patrella, everybody. Been waiting patiently. Give it up for Mike Patrella. Woo!
Oh, what is up?
Woo!
KGB room.
Yeah, bro.
After midnight. KGB after dark. Let's fucking go. Yeah, so the other day, I have a buddy that he's a heavy smoker. And like I'm a smoker too. And he was talking to me the other day. He was like, yeah, you know, I've been getting a lot of phlegm lately. I've been coughing up a lot of mucus, and I was going like, yeah, you know, that happens to me too. And he goes like, I think I gotta cut back on dairy. And I was like, yeah, it's the dairy. It's the dairy. That's what's going on with you. All right. I kind of relate to the rapper Jay-Z. Woo! Hova.
Yeah.
No, I relate to Jay-Z because I too grew up with a brother that I oftentimes wanted to shoot with a gun. The difference between me and Jay-Z is Jay-Z actually went ahead and did that. I'm a bit of a pussy. I was like, oh man, like my mom would be so mad at me if I did that. Jay-Z went ahead and just shot his ass, you know. Jay-Z just shot him. He was like, you're being annoying, and he just shot him. And that, I don't have that kind of follow through, you know what I mean? That kind of follow through is how you end up married to Beyonce, I guess. Not me. I will be lucky if a woman is even interested in going on a date with me, you know. My mom told me she was like, yeah, you know, I just don't think you're going to give me grandchildren. She said this at Thanksgiving in front of the whole family, like, cool, thanks, Mom. I kind of thought you were supposed to be on my side no matter what, but that's cool. But yeah, no, my mom doesn't think I'll give her grandkids. And I just think it would be really funny if this year I get somebody pregnant and then I call her up and I'm like, hey Mom, you'll never guess what I just did. Also, can I like borrow $400 for the abortion? I was at the store the other day. I wanted a frozen pizza, and I went to the grocery store. And I'm in the freezer section looking at all the different options that they have. And I noticed that all of the different brands, they all say the same thing on the box. They say made with real cheese. Made with real cheese. And I'm like, oh, that's good. But then I stopped and thought about it for a second. And I was like, wait, as opposed to what? Like, as opposed to what? Like, okay. First of all, if you have to put on the packaging of your product that the ingredients are real, it's not. Second of all, you don't have to try to convince me on it. Like, you don't have to try to sell me on it. I know what it is. I know this thing is made in a factory. And I know it's put into like a fucking flash freeze and then packaged up into a box, put onto cold storage, traveled across the country, and it's sitting there for months until it ends up in the grocery store freezer section. And like, I want that. I'm not buying frozen pizza because I want to be healthy. You know what I mean? Like, I know what it is. I'm going to put it in my oven. I'm going to heat it up. I'm going to eat the whole thing in one sitting, and then I'm going to shit myself after. And like, that's okay. That's what I wanted. Real cheese? Fuck you. I know it's not real cheese. Get out of here, man. What else did I want to talk to you guys about? Oh yeah, so I went to Sunday school as a kid, and it's not because my parents were like particularly religious or anything. It was more just because like my grandparents were, one side was Irish Catholic, the other side Italian Catholic. So it was mostly for them. My parents didn't give a shit, but they made me go to Sunday school. They were like, well, don't you love Grandma and Grandpa? And I was like, yeah, I like Grandma and Grandpa. They're pretty cool. All right, whatever, I'll do this. And I go into Sunday school, and I remember like vividly, like the first Sunday school class I ever went to at like 8 years old. The fucking lady teaching it is like, yeah, you know that hot feeling you get on the back of your neck when you get caught doing something bad? And we're all like, yeah. And she was like, that's the devil. That is the devil grabbing you. And if you give in to him, you're going to be pulled down to hell. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, what the fuck is that? And I told my parents after, I was like, I don't want to go there anymore. And they were like, well, do you want the devil to grab you? I was like, oh fuck, no. All right, that's my time, thanks.
Woo! Hell yeah. Give it up for Mike Patrella, everybody. Hilarious. Are you doing any gigs coming up or anything, Mike Patrella?
We'll see.
You're out and about. All right, give it up for Mike Patrella. Hilarious stuff. Fantastic. Thank you for coming out. All right, we've got adiel K on deck and a number of other all-stars. Peter Gurl, John Blaylock, ladies and gentlemen, Keen to Bro. I'm not sure if you're out there. Let's get Rob Banks up, everybody. Give it up for Rob Banks. More comedy. We love it. Give it up for the great Rob Banks. Woo!
All right, thanks. Okay. Yeah, give it up for you guys for hanging around. Yeah. This is good night, everybody. How you guys feeling? You guys feeling good? Good night. Okay. Good. I'm from the suburbs. But I live in the hood now. So yeah, I lived in the suburbs my whole life. All my mom's dime. And now when I moved out on my own, it was like, welcome to the hood. I like to go to the library because that's like a quiet place to do work. But you know, it's in the hood, so like you'll see things. Like the security guard has a gun. I'm like, what do you need a gun for? It's a library. There's nothing but books. And like 4-year-olds at like summer school and stuff. Like, there's no danger. There's no danger. I got in with a group of girls recently. Getting in isn't hard. You just have to be patient and listen. And then they said those magic words. We're single. Hearing that was like, I felt like I was getting to choose my starter Pokemon. It's like, Hannah, I choose you. I'm just looking for a girl to make out with.
Woo!
Heard that.
Yeah, making out is hot.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I see people on the street making out, they're like celebrities. It's like, here's two people lucky enough to come together to do something awesome. And just like people who making out and celebrities, we treat them the same way. Two things you could do. You could give them their privacy, or you could take pictures of them. I had a public makeout once with a girl from Staten Island. Yeah. Oh, somebody said woo. Thank you. Thank you. It wasn't my finest moment, but yeah, TMZ caught me on that one. She didn't let me play with the clip though. She didn't let me play with the clip. I don't understand why bells we act like it's so hard to find. Yeah. Like you need like a pirate map to get there. Like, maybe 10 paces ahead, and it'll be right there. Yeah. Okay. All right. It's good vibes. How you guys? You guys all right? You guys good? Still good?
Yeah.
Still good? All right. Anybody order the specials in here tonight? Nothing. Bartender, what's the specials? What's specials? No specials. No special. He is the special. That's he's the special. He's the special. Yeah. Okay. I got a comic friend that says women in New York should look women in the Miss Universe pageant should look like how they do, like the real women from those places. So if it was a woman in New York, she should look like a crackhead. I don't think that's true. I think women in New York are a little like ambiguous. Like most time when I see them coming down the street, I'm just trying to figure out like what they are. I'm like, oh, is that or is it not? Because like she's flat chested, but her arms aren't really that toned. Then I just get closer and I'm like, you know what? Just forget about it. I actually hooked up with a girl once who liked to wear boys' underwear. Yeah, I was very surprised to find out that was Victoria's Secret. Okay. Yeah, but almost got laid recently. I didn't have a condom though. Yeah. So I asked her. I said, "Why don't you use Plan B?" And she didn't want to mess up her cycle. So I said, "How about Plan A?" Anal. She thought I was going to say abortion. Yeah, that's Plan S. When she's 6 months pregnant, I'll push her down the stairs. Old one for that one. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's my time, guys.
Give it up for Rob Banks, everybody. Hilarious stuff. Thank you for sticking around. Always great stuff. We got the best comedy here after midnight. This is Comedy Hour, New York, baby. All the greatest comedians are here. Not least of which, one of the best coming up next. All right, we've got, I guess, John Blaylock, if you're out there on deck, Lex the Gentleman, Peter Gurl coming up. I think that's going to be it. Let's get one of the best of the best of the best. He is hosting the Do It Show. The Do It Show. Give it up to the fucking hilarious Adiel. Yeah. Woo! Oh, yeah.
I'm heading out. Thank you.
Hey, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. See you next time, I guess. Oh, it's on.
It's on?
Oh, shit. Hold on. Should be.
Guys, wait, this one isn't even.
Hold on, try it again.
What a way to start the mic. Okay, yeah, fuck yeah. Guys, give it up for your host, Matt Proctor, everybody. Give it up for him. Seriously, give it up for him. Matt, you're hilarious, dude. You're the only one that I know who could pull off wearing a suit with shorts. That's fuck yeah, dude. And he wears it everywhere. I see him everywhere with it, so. He doesn't just host this mic in that outfit. He goes everywhere. Give it up for your bartender. Please tip him. Been fucking serving you guys all night, cleaning up after your shit. He's the man. Give it up for him, dude. Thank you for your service. And give it up for all the performers you've seen, man. Give it up for them. Very talented, great people. I've been trying to do my part. I've been donating to the blood drive. Yeah, so I've just been running over people with my car. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a car. I still take the subway everywhere. You guys take the subway? Yeah. You ever push the turnstile so hard it smacks you in the ass? It's like, damn, bro, we playing basketball? You just haven't seen me. No, I'm just kidding. I also hop the turnstiles. I do sit crisscross applesauce on the train though, because you know. No? This is good. I was coming from the train earlier and I saw a couple cops not doing their jobs. And watching cops not doing their jobs makes me feel safer when crime is up, you know? Dude, I watched 2 cops eating an acai bowl the other day. Never felt less safe in my life. Never seen 2 cops just scooping acai out of an acai bowl and dripping a little bit of it on their uniforms. Dude, it was fucking pathetic. Watching cops not doing their jobs is like watching a fisherman fish, you know? You never know when they're gonna catch one. I've also been seeing that cops have been getting hotter. That shouldn't happen. That shouldn't be a thing. I shouldn't want to get arrested so I can shoot my shot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's... Cops should be fat fucking slobs that eat donuts, you know? If cops get any hotter, I'm gonna have like 9 felonies before the month is out, dude. This... You can't... You shouldn't want to get in trouble to be confronted by cops. Alright. Anyways, sometimes when I'm in the subways though and I see 2 cops walking and it's a guy cop and a lady cop, I'll entertain myself and go up to the lady cop while pointing to the guy cop and I'll be like, is this guy bothering you? And the guy cop's always like, I'm sorry sir, is there a problem here? I'll be like, I'm sorry, I was talking to her, not you. Could you just back a little bit, 6 feet please? You know you can do better than him, right? Guys, I just want to let you know I waited all night to go up last, and it's well worth it. Well fucking worth it. Been trying to get better at small talk. Trying to keep it really small, you know? Yeah, the less time it takes for me to have a conversation with you, the better I get at it. So, trying to get really good at it. Trying to get really good at small talk. I've been trying to get so good at small talk, I've started to clock myself. Yeah, I don't even own a watch. I just like looking at my wrist to let people know I have somewhere I need to be. You know, just... No, sometimes, like, I've been trying to get so good at small talk that, you know how sometimes when people ask you, what have you been up to? Whenever somebody asks me what I've been up to, I'll be like, yeah, I've been frolicking. Because that normally just ends the conversation right there. You know what I'm saying? They start looking it up and shit. They're just like, what does that even mean? You know? You guys been frolicking? Look it up. No, I'm just kidding. I did end up having a long conversation though with somebody. It went too long because we were talking about drinking. We were talking about how it's ultimately bad for you. But they tried to justify it for themselves by saying, yeah, but I only day drink. Which that makes it sound 10 times worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's ever justified drinking by saying, yeah, but I only night drink. You know, that's just fucking implied. Whenever you say you day drink, we all think you're an alcoholic. You have a fucking problem. You don't need to justify. You're making it worse for yourself, actually. You know what I'm saying? And you don't need to tell me, all right? Because I've done both. And I know which one is worse, all right? You end up not making it to the night if you day drink. You can't night drink if you day drink. If you night drink, you may day drink the next day. You know what I'm saying? I used to drink a lot. I used to work at a liquor store. Thank you. I used to drink a lot. There was one time where I moved up here to do comedy, and I'm more of an existential comic. First of all, what does that mean? I don't really know, but I guess it means if I had to, and I'll end off on this, Matt. If I had to, boil it down, it means when I look back on picking comedy, I didn't pick it for one reason. I picked it for a multitude of reasons. Like I was contemplating it about doing comedy, and I think you should have that approach for any job you do. I don't think it should just be for one reason. I think it should be for a number of reasons, right? Like if I wanted to just do comedy because I liked writing jokes, that sounds a little cynical. You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody wanting to be a doctor because they like delivering bad news. You know what I mean? Or somebody wanting to be a lawyer because they like delivering bad news. Or somebody wanting to be a politician because they like delivering bad news but sounding slightly optimistic about it. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's been my time. I'm Jim Carrey. Give it up for your host. Give it up for all of you guys. You guys are all awesome. God bless you. I love you. Peace. Thank you.
Give it up for Jim Carrey, everybody. I'll need Jim Carrey microphone, especially for Jim Carrey. Give it up for adiel, everybody. Go see the Do It show. Go, just do it. Don't even think about it. Just go do it. All right, Philip Tripp, are you here? How about Jason King? How about Zikani and Koss? How about Keen Too Blurry? Is John Blaylock here? All right, we'll have John Blaylock, and then if Peter Gurl is on, you'll be on deck, or Lex the gentleman. All right, Peter Gurl is here, so we'll have Peter Gurl close us out. Let's give it up for John Blaylock, everybody. Give it up for John Blaylock.
This is great.
Thank you.
Woo!
No.
Woo!
I just want to thank Matt and thank you for the 10 people, 8 people who are
Yeah.
this is real special, and I have enjoyed the vibe the whole night, and it's most powerful right now. So thank you. This is a piece I wrote called "On Trees and Growing Up." There was a tree that grew through a hole in the back deck at my grandparents' house. The hole was meticulously cut around the tree, and my brother and cousins and I would shove pine cones through the space between the edge of the hole and the trunk of the tree. When we were young, the space was large enough to push even the biggest pine cones through and watch them disappear into the void. They'd fall into the darkness and roll out onto the path that led to the front of the house. When we ran out of pine cones, we'd retrieve the fallen ones, run back to the hole, and start all over again. I'd like to think we stopped because the tree grew, and as the trunk got wider, the space diminished. The truth is, we grew up before the tree did and simply stopped trying. My grandparents lived in a town called Paradise. Some people think of Paradise as a tropical vacation spot where the water is clear and Mai Tais are delivered straight to your beach chair. My paradise was cold. Maybe I'm remembering the mornings or the winters, or maybe I just like cold days better and choose to associate memories of paradise with the kind of weather I prefer today. It was a crisp kind of cold, and in my mind's eye, I walk up the steep driveway that leads from Row Road to the front of the house. I pass the mailbox on the left and the quail forever nestled in the bushes on the right. When I reach the top of the hill and pass through the large gate of the chain link fence, I choose between the path that runs alongside the house and the one that passes the carport and the shed and the woodpile. Both paths have been well traveled and lead to the back of the house, so they both lead to the tree. In 2018, a fire raced through Paradise that destroyed most of what I remember, including the house that had once belonged to my grandparents. Paradise is burning, my cousin said in a text when the news of the fire broke. The subtext was clear: our childhood is burning. By this time, my grandparents were gone, and the house had long since been sold. My brother and I had driven through Paradise 4 months prior on a road trip. We passed by the house and decided not to knock on the door, as we knew the inside would feel unfamiliar, and it would have been awkward for the new owners if we'd started pushing pine cones through a hole in the back deck. 4 months later, it was gone. The house, the deck, the hole, the tree, the quail. If my brother and I had known then on that road trip that it would have been our last chance to see what our childhood memories had grown up to be, would we have changed our minds and knocked on the door? My parents planted a camphor tree in the backyard of our house in Orange, California when I was born. I grew up believing it was my tree, and even as a kid considered a symbol of who I was and who I would become. By the time I was 12, it had died, though for the longest time it just sat alive but not growing. I was horrified that the thing that represented all I was destined to be had died. When we finally removed the tree, we planted a time capsule of family heirlooms and notes and toys at the spot where the tree had once stood. I think there's even a picture of the camphor tree in the box, but I don't think the people who will eventually dig it up will understand that the tree and the photo represented a kid who was afraid of dying before he found his chance to see the light. They'll just think this family had a weird obsession with a tree, and maybe that's true too. A few months ago, I watched the news with a familiar sorrow to what I felt when paradise was burning as a fire raced through Lahaina, Maui, a place I'd also come to love after many years of spending New Year's Eve there. As I'm writing this, the media reports signs of life sprouting from the Lahaina banyan tree. Does that mean there's hope? Must there always be a metaphor? A part of me wants to drive back to paradise and see if the tree is still there, even though the deck is gone. Why am I so drawn to the hopeless optimism I find in trees? Maybe I think the natural world knows things we don't, and so it's worth paying attention. Or maybe I just like trees. My parents still live in the house where I grew up, and a few years ago, my dad had an arborist over to his backyard. The yard was full of trees now, and there was one tree in the back that had mysteriously crept up and was taller than the others, a tree my dad didn't remember. "What's that tree?" my dad asked Joaquin, the arborist. "That's a camphor tree," Joaquin replied. How it got there was anyone's guess. Joaquin said it was unlikely that it had come from the roots of the old tree, though it was probable a bird had dropped a seed. A seed from the original tree? Sure. Optimism again? Maybe. Metaphor? If you'd like. I don't think the new tree represents all I'm destined to be, just like I don't think all I'm destined to be means the same thing now as I did when I was 12. But I do know that this camphor is big and just as mysterious as the void that was once underneath my grandparents' deck. Thank you.
Thank you for that magnificent piece. Is that published anywhere? Or?
It is actually.
Really?
I had it published a few months ago.
Really? Fantastic.
Or fiction is the next.
All right, we'll check it out. Definitely, that's fantastic. Thank you for what a poetic way. Thank you for sticking around to bring it to a close here. Paradise on Fire. That's where we are all summer long. Give it up over to John Blaylock.
Thank you.
Give it up for John Blaylock. Thank you for sticking around. That wonderful, wonderful piece. And now we're going to close it out with one of the best. This guy killed last time. He's a great comic. We love having this guy, ladies and gentlemen. The comedy stylings of Peter Gurl. Give it up.
This guy's very funny.
Let me set up my voice recording. Hold on. I lost my switch phones. I lost all of them. There it is. That's actually not how I sound. I just kind of do that for jokes. No, sometimes it is. Oh, fuck. I looked over, expecting one set of eyes, and was met with the void. And that's good. Hello. How are the 9 people in here? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Make some noise. Yes. My name is Peter Gurl, and I feel like I'm supposed to snap after I say everything into this microphone. I feel like there should be a lot of cigarette smoke, and I'm supposed to go doom, doom,
Yeah.
doom, doom, doom,
Right.
doom, 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 doom. I left my wife last Tuesday, cause she got pregnant.
Woo.
Why would you woo that, sir? I was looking for a way out. He gave me one. Thank the Lord. Because I had no idea where I was going. That's just what every jazz singer of the 50s talked about, was cocaine, heroin, and leaving their wives.
I have no. There, that's much better. I had this. This microphone is aesthetically erotic, which is one of the worst phrases we hear this entire year. And this is an election year, people. I'll tell you that.
tell you that. Oh, fuck.
We're back. It's all good. It's better to just quietly fix your mistake than acknowledge your mistake. Once again, it's an election year, people, okay? It's an election year. I've been watching Veep lately. You like Veep? You like the TV show Veep? Fans of Veep? Great show, right? It came out in, 2012, in that 4-year period before, that man took the office and ruined political satire for the rest of history. Because satire will never compare to the actual Trump White House with Sean Spicer reading the political press reports. Chewing that gum. When you have Melissa McCarthy play you on SNL, your career is done, okay? I can only be so lucky. But so what I'm trying to say is, Veep, great show. And watching it, I was thinking to myself, I was like, hey, I'm a white man. I have a deep-ish voice. I could totally run for office. I could totally do it. Right? Because I get influenced by the television shows that I watch. I was watching Silicon Valley recently, another HBO show, and I was thinking to myself, computer programming isn't so hard. I could do that shit. Because I was influenced by... You know what? Wrong crowd to talk about computer data science and programming. That's on me. But whenever I watch a show, I become influenced by the show. I watched The Golden Girls, and I wanted to be a classy slut in Miami. I lived in Miami for 5 years. I was a slut, but I was not classy about it, I'll tell you that much. But I get influenced by television, I do. Then I tried to watch Mad Men. I could not do it. Mad Men is too much. That level of misogyny doesn't even play in Middle America anymore. It doesn't even play in the Middle East anymore. Do you know how misogynistic you have to be to not play in the Middle East? That's where they invented misogyny. And Jesus. I feel like I'm in a documentary about comedian suicides right now. No. That's my shtick on television shows. What else do I have to say? I walked into a tattoo shop the other day. They had a flash deal. I wanted to get one, right? The tattoo artist, had contact lenses in that made it look like her eyes were blind. She had like opaque contact lenses in. So she looked blind. Which is the last thing you want your tattoo artist to be, is blind. She asked me, what are you looking for, sir? I said, girl, what the fuck are you looking for? I'm standing over here. How much more do you want from him, Matt? Because the crowd says 30 seconds, but I'm hoping it's maybe a minute.
Like minute, yeah. We'll do a minute.
45, we'll split the difference. Great. Okay, I'm gonna try it. It's been raining a lot. What's a homeless guy's favorite song? You might think it's No Rain by Blind Melon. But it's actually Who Will Stop the Rain by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Yeah, it's about right. Look, you guys have been absolutely fantastic. Don't clap for me, clap for your host, Matt Proctor. He's been serving all night like he's in the Olympics in the doubles. Keep it going for this, keep it going for the mic. Have a good night, everybody. Take care, thank you.
Woo! All right, I'm gonna close it out with a short poem. We'll call this Charlie Horse, and this is for Victoria Jackson. Victoria Jackson is in New York. Victoria Justice, I'm sorry. I saw on TikTok, Victoria Justice's new album coming out, so we're stoked about Victoria Justice's new album. So this is Charlie Horse. Castrating ballbuster, the characters aren't me. Big Mac Index, grant me clemency. Like Clemenza with influenza. Getting chlamydia 3 times from an ex, having unprotected sex. Hottest days of my life. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-da-da-da-da. Skibbity Riz. Ohio toilet. Skibbity Riz. Hottest days of my life. Heartbeat. Heartburn. Silkwood. Iron weed. You put in no effort. You get nothing back. By the time that they realized the mistake that they made, it was already too late. Good night, everybody.
The following program is brought to you.
Nobody has a guitar.
On NBC.
Nobody has a guitar. I don't think there's a guitar. I had a whole thing I was going to do. It's kind of late. Thank you for coming. What's up? All right, everybody. I mean, I don't know. I had a whole Who medley. I was going to do a Who medley at the end. It's kind of contingent if anybody has a guitar. I think the only guitar is a nylon string guitar. Oh, can I use your guitar? Is that okay? The pickup's kind of weird, right?
I got a bunch of fucking artists in here. That fucking ACDC cover was so good at that. What do you do? No.
It was a great mic.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah. I was trying to do too much at once. I wrote a poem like when I got here, and I was like, I'm gonna put this poem on, and I'm like, actually, this poem is like, if I put it online, if it goes online, I'm like, it's too specific, and then like, even if you put it up for 1 second, I can say anything. I know, but then what if it's like 2 weeks too late? What if it's like a week too late, and I'm like, oh, they see it.
I'm sorry. The thing is, it rolls.
No, you don't need to order it. I really get it. Like, but like, it's like, yeah, and then also it's like a bad part, whatever. Thank you.
Well, yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of good stuff. I'm gonna try to figure out the Wednesday,
You're not too hot or too cold.
I'm coming this week.
Sleep
okay.
I'm going to
better.
Boston.
Oh shit.
Sleep
Okay.
next level. Visit sleepnumber.com.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My family. All right. Take
Yeah,
care.
likewise as well. Thank you for coming out. Yeah. I love your piece.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thanks for doing
I'm
this.
sorry
This is
to
really.
wait on.
Hey, no, it's nice to see you come in town.
Yeah.
It's a great night that you do here.
So you're in from out of town?
Yeah, I live in California. I've lived here for about 10 years.
I'm so sorry. When people walk in, it's a little hard. You did walk in, right?
I did walk in, and I didn't know I was able to come. So a couple of months ago or whatever, I thought I would come. And I was able to be here. So I appreciate you throwing me in the market.
Oh, of course. It was great. Yeah, so I've got it on tape. Okay. So people will see it.
No, I appreciate it. Just the whole night.
It's such a nice hand. Are you leaving this week?
I am, but every now and then on Monday night I'm here, so nice to meet you.
Great meeting you. I'll get you up early next time, but it was nice meeting you. I loved your piece. How's the mic been going?